Good morning, good morning. It's a beautiful day. The sun is out. I had the most epic sleep, as I knew I would, and it's actually now 9 o'clock. So I've got an hour to take Pixie for a walk, empty my pee bottle, and have some breakfast, and roll up my legs again and the power cord and hit the road. And today I'm doing something super exciting. I'm going to get really high, and you'll see why later on in the video, so stay tuned. I just love this cute t-shirt Lisa gave me. It says "Barefoot in the Park, Shady Oaks Trailer Park, USA." That's me. I'm always barefoot at every opportunity, so it's kind of appropriate, and it's my colors, so woo! Thanks, Lisa. Okay, well, that's the first time I've had to visit the actual official bathroom since I got here. I have to say it's beautiful, immaculately clean and lovely and brand new. So Musselbrook Showgrounds, I highly recommend it. It was $30 a night here, but it was worth it because I got to have power and beautiful, beautiful bathrooms. And a lot of you might be wondering, like, how did she stay all that time? I got in at 1:30 yesterday afternoon, and it's now 9 o'clock-ish, 9-ish, and it's the first time I've visited the bathroom. How do I do it? My magical pee bottles. I have two of these. I bought them because they're stainless steel and they have a really wide mouth, so I can go a couple of days. So yeah, I basically prefer to use my own little potty, and I literally do have a potty, and I'll show you. So down here beside my bed I have a little milk crate that I just made a little pink cover for, and underneath there is my potty, and that's basically my toilet. And then I just pour it into the stainless steel bottles, and when that's in the morning I come back, I boil the kettle, and I actually clean it out with a mixture of my surface spray cleaner that I make with citrus vinegar and tea tree oil or eucalyptus oil and water and detergent and boiling water, and give it a good wash out, and then leave it to dry. And they live tucked away in this corner here. There's the second one there. And yeah, I kind of alternate them day to day, and then I also clean out the potty with boiling water and the surface spray before I put it away and hit the road again. So there you have it, more graphic detail than you ever wanted about how does she use a toilet. I did buy one of those chemical porta potty things with the flush tank and everything, but it's so huge and it took up so much room under my bed that I wanted to store things like my box of shoes and my foldable chairs. And honestly, I never used it. I had it, traveled around with it for a couple of years, especially during COVID, because there were requirements that you had to be fully self-contained, and that was a requirement of it. But I never used it, and I don't have to worry about using a dump point and buying chemicals and all the rubbish that goes with using the chemical toilet. And I don't have room for a composting toilet or anything like that. So this is my solution, and it works bloody well. I've been doing this for years and years and years now. These, I think Buzo brand, come with its own little carry case. I put the pink strap on this one, but the other one's got a black strap. It's like a wetsuit material cover on it, and you can take it off. There's a zipper down the bottom, but it's very subtle. Then when I'm walking to the bathroom, it just looks like I'm carrying a water bottle, and then I just pour it into the actual toilet when I go to an actual bathroom, which happens, you know, when you're at a campground or even a rest area or something like that. So that's my solution, and that way I can stay inside my van for as long as possible, and I only really need to go use the actual proper amenities block when I need to do number twos and tip my bottle out. So that's how I do it. I have that pump tap is getting water from the tank that's sits underneath the Caravan frame. I'm not sure what the capacity of it is, but it literally lasts me exactly a week every time, like some kind of clockwork. Every Friday is fill the tank day. Which is pretty good. I don't have to actually have a water hookup, then I can just keep running on my tank. And I've been buying water to drink, this stuff, because it's got no fluoride and no chlorine, and I do have my Grail water filter, but it's quite labor intensive and I drink a lot of water. So a 10-litre bottle, I like those better because they're not plastic bottles. I'm not contributing as much waste. The cardboard is recyclable and it has a bladder inside like the old wine caskets. And that 10 litres will last me about 5 days of drinking water. So I bought 3 of them before I left Sydney. So I've got enough water to last a couple of weeks. So that's water. There you go. I'm dealing with all the practicalities here now. Water and toilets. The important things sorted. I'm going to cook up some eggs, some scrambled eggs in the microwave, and then I'll pack up and go. Check out my fridge right now. It is stocked. Look at all that goodness. Lots of eggs, meat, butter, dripping, all the good stuff. I forgot to mention in my video about doing this scrambled eggs in the microwave that it's a good idea to put a paper towel over that, just so it doesn't splatter all through your microwave. And then you can use that paper towel at the end to clean out the bowl, because I always use a paper towel to clean out my pans and bowls and cutlery, get all the grease off it so it doesn't end up down the drain. This is my kitchen. That folds down like that. It used to have a gas burner in it, but I don't like gas, so I've just put a mini microwave. I've got my little electric hot plate that I pull out and cook outside with, sits there. And it all tucks away with this, slides across to the top to make a counter space. And these things, again, this little basket with my toiletries in it, that actually is blue tacked down. So that doesn't have to move at all when I'm traveling either. So everything's about convenience here. Eggs are cooking. I replaced my rubbish, compostable doggy poop bags. Use them for Pixie, and I use them for my rubbish. That's where I put the toilet paper when I use my little potty, and my baby wipes when I give myself a little nighttime clean up before I go to bed. So I've tipped that out pretty much every day just to keep the van fresh. Meanwhile, my breakfast is ready. Yay. Yum yum. Look at that. Let's go eat. Just like that, my beautiful breakfast is ready in 2 minutes. Legend. Breakfast in the country on a beautiful sunny day. Got to be happy with that. Perfect day. Just took Pixie for her little walk out there. She's done her business. It's so fluffy and light. Honestly, it's like the most moussiest, fluffiest, because I put cream of tartar, which gives me a bit of potassium, and also I put salt in because I use unsalted organic butter. Organic butter and organic eggs where I can. I can't really afford the organic meat so much, but I try to get grass-fed as much as possible. But lately, because I've been a bit broke, I've just been having to get the cheap mince meat and just, yeah, cook up a big batch of that, and that lasts me a few days really, but it's cheap. It's like $11 a kilo, so that's my mainstay as far as meat goes at the moment. Although I did have lamb chops last night because they were fairly cheap as well, and they were delicious, and I cooked up extra, so I've got some for tonight as well. Yay. The reason I try to get, I can't always do it, but I try to get the organic eggs and the organic butter is because as far as nutritional content goes, there's been studies to show that the actual nutritional content of organic butter and organic eggs is like so far superior to regular eggs. It is a few dollars extra, but to me it's worth it because it's, you know, I am in a healing mode and I need all the nutrients I can get. So yeah, everything's going pretty well in that regard, and I'm feeling fairly healthy, like definitely physically feeling great. go. My work here is done. This is my favorite toothpaste of all. All the products I use in here for cleaning and laundry and face stuff are all biodegradable and earth friendly, and no toxic poisons going out into the earth. When I run on just plain grass, I don't feel bad about it because I'm not putting anything chemical down there if it runs into waterways, but usually I'm just running into a drain if I'm at a campground like so. But yeah, this stuff's amazing. It's got baking soda in it. It makes your mouth feel so fresh and clean and sparkly. Saxophone on the bed. Give it a comfy ride. It's the most precious cargo in here. And the last thing I got to do is plug the fridge into the Bluetti. Alright, come out, little plug. There you go. That one up. Okay. This goes across here, across to the fridge. Nothing moves when I'm traveling. Alrighty, packed up, I'm ready to go. Woo. Ready to rock and roll, pigs? Let's do it. Warming up the truck. Alright, let's rock and roll. Let's turn the music down a little bit, I guess. Don't want to get a copyright strike from YouTube. Oh, I love that view in my side mirror. Pretty cute. So as we go past here, you'll see the undercover parking areas. It's like being in a garage. I didn't really want to camp in a garage, so I'm really glad I got my little grassy spot. It was beautiful. Yeah, so these are the undercover areas. There's a caravan in there. See? Not my cup of tea. But if you want to be undercover and if it's raining, I guess it might be a good thing. Anyway, I've got to switch this one off and switch to the dash cam because we're about to hit the road. Okay, we are climbing up now. The truck is not going full speed, but it's a long, steep climb up into these mountains. So I'll just let her do what she gotta do. Get over my fear of going up heights. Alright. Great dividing range. Elevation 673 meters. That's not that high. We're going to go up higher yet. Here we are at the big golden guitar. I'm going to try and get a photo in front of it. Oh my god, that's so cool. We got the big golden guitar and people are waiting for me, so I better go. Another big thing. Done. Right, get back in the truck before it gets hot and cranky. There it is! Woohoo! How cool is it? Pretty stoked with that. Alright, I gotta get back in the car. Get out of here before I overheat from sitting still for too long. Oh, that was fun, wasn't it, Pixie? Alright, we'll find somewhere to stop for a rest soon. But for now, we gotta at the Guyra Summit Caravan Park, which claims to be the highest caravan park in Australia. So that's why I said I was going to get high. I've got leveling. No, I mean I do, but I'm not going to bother putting it up. I've got leveling lamps too if I'm a bit off kilter.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's pretty good, you reckon? Let's go check it out. Phil has guided me into my spot. Say hi. And we're just going to check and see if I'm level before I turn the engine off in case I need ramps. So every now and then I'm a bit fussy about being 100% level. On the right, up on the right, up on the right. All fun and games. Alright, I'm going to go do this ramp thing. This is so awesome. It's like chilly, like wintry cold out there. I've got lush green grass for my campsite. I've got a toilet right next to me. This is awesome. And this for a powered site with water and toilets and everything, $30 a night as well. So I've actually booked in, I was only going to stay one, but I'm going to stay 2 nights here because that gives me a day off the road to chill in a beautiful place, literally chill because it's so cool and I'm a winter girl so I love the cold. And catch up on some editing YouTube videos and stuff like that. So it's so pretty here. I'm so glad I've discovered this totally randomly just by putting my finger on a map and going, yeah, that's about how many kilometers I want to drive today. So I've driven 300 kilometers to get here. It was a pretty full day. It's just nearly 3:30 now, so I think I left at 10:30 from Muswellbrook. So that was a good drive, but so beautiful. But anyway, I'm going to get set up and then I'll come back and talk some more about how amazing this is. Oh my God, look what just pulled in next to me. That's exactly what Priscilla looked like when I got her. Same colours. I can't believe it. I got to go out and check it out. No way! Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. That's so crazy. Look at it. If you look at earlier videos of Priscilla, although all her paint was peeling off, but that was a colour scheme with the teal stripe. Exactly the same. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm just spinning out because my van was the exact same colour scheme when I got it.
Oh, was it?
It was, except all the paint was peeling off it, but it had the same, it had a blue stripe and somebody had used like a teal. It was exactly the same. What's your name?
Robert.
Robert. Just telling them that, yeah, my Priscilla was the same. So what year is this one?
70.
70, mine's 69, so there you go.
Good job, Robert.
Oh my God, we're going to get run over. Alright, alright, well, nice to meet you guys. That is so cool. I'm chuffed. I'm absolutely chuffed. Look at this gorgeous campsite, look at it. So there you go, I'm lucky I got in early. Everyone's rolling in now. It'll be full before the end of the day. Oh, don't they look cute together? Little twinsies. So cool. That's so cool. They've just come from South Australia apparently. Love it. Always nice to know you're not the only other vintage vanner out there doing the full-time thing. Although they're not doing it with an old car, so there you go. How cool is that? Stoked. How cool is it? It literally is vans just rolling in all around me. So I wanted to tell you why I wanted to come up here because as you know, I had that incident with the truck when its transmission blew going up the mountain range, and when I found out that this was the highest campsite in Australia, I was like, well, this is the ultimate test. I'm the kind of person that if I have a fear, I work really hard to overcome it. So like I've always had a morbid fear of heights ever since I can remember. I was terrified of heights. I couldn't go on roller coasters or anything like that. I would be just so scared. So in order to overcome my fear of heights, I took up rock climbing because I was determined to overcome it. And I found that with rock climbing, you're so concentrating on the next move at a time. You're just looking to where you want to get. You don't look behind you. You just look one step at a time and eventually you make it to the top, and when you make it to the top, there's this absolute euphoria of, wow, I just did it. And then you look down and go, wow, I just did all that, you know. And so the mixture of the elation at being so elevated and having achieved a challenge like rock climbing overrides any fear. After I took up rock climbing, I've never had a fear of heights since. Now I can easily go on roller coasters and scary high things. I've sat on the edge of the Grand Canyon and hung my feet over the edge of the Grand Canyon, and people were like, oh, don't do that. Like, and I've actually jumped and on the Grand Canyon right on the edge and just jumped in the air for a photo. So I have no fear of actual heights, but I realized I had a fear. I was really nervous about doing this particular route because my fear was, what if something, you know, what if the truck can't make it up the hills? So I was like, well, there's only one way to overcome that, and that's to tackle this route. But I actually came up from from the coast, from the Pacific Highway A1, I think it's called, and then came up to Muswellbrook through that way. And I'd looked, and it wasn't a lot of big hill climbing through that way, whereas some of the other parts that join up to the New England Highway are quite steep terrain. So I came up a fairly easy way. But today it was up and up and up and up and up, and there was so many hill climbs. And yeah, there was a couple of times where I had to change it down manually. It's an automatic, but I did have to change it down into second just to get it over the line. I think my accelerator linkage is, you know, I'd been told that it had pretty much reached the capacity of it, and normally you have a kick down thing when you push your pedal down that it should change gears, and it's just not kicking in. So I need to get that accelerator linkage replaced at some stage, and I think then it'll probably power up the hills a lot better. But as it is at the moment, I've had to put my foot almost all the way down on the ground just to get up some of these hills, and then when I've got my foot flat to the floor and it's doing like 50-60 k an hour, that's when I just change it down and let it roll up, you know, easier in second. So yeah, you know, the transmission is working great. It definitely didn't overheat. I will check all the fluids while I'm here. I've got an extra day to catch up on everything. I'm so glad I changed my route and didn't go up the Pacific Coast way, like the Pacific Highway they call it, up the coast road. I avoided the school holiday traffic, the crowds, the expensive caravan parks. I've been able to stay in cheaper caravan parks all the way. This way is so much, and it's so beautiful. At this time of year, the New England Highway in autumn is just magic. I was just all day just driving, just going, wow, wow. You know, you come through like from Muswellbrook through to like Tamworth, it's real horse country. There's big horse farms everywhere and lush green grass and horses everywhere. Absolutely beautiful. And then, you know, as we started coming up the mountains, it was just the colors on the trees, the poplars, all this gold, and the sunlight looked so beautiful, the leaves starting to turn red. It was just beautiful, and it just reminded me again of why I just love being on the road, and how much I can appreciate, even though sometimes I might struggle with various, you know, challenges and difficulties. Something about just really just soaking in all of the natural beauty that's out there, and just feeling so thankful for that I get to experience that, and, you know, travel a different route. Sort of wasn't really initially in the plan, but I'm really glad I did that route. And, you know, got to do the big golden guitar at Tamworth. So another big thing to add to the collection. Yeah, it's been amazing. So I'm looking forward to having a day off the road tomorrow and just relax and enjoy this. It's beautiful. It's 14 degrees here right now at, what time is it? 4:20. And it's going to go down to 7 degrees overnight. So that's, oh, I love the cold. I'm such a winter girl, so I'm excited about being in a perfect place to chill, because it's actually chilled. It's a chilly place, so it's a good place to chill in a chilly place. And yeah, absolutely wrapped. I'm so stoked, and it's going to work out. Everything is working out perfectly, so yay. Look at this grass. Now I really am barefoot in the park because it's beautiful. Best spot ever.